Hey everybody, this is Peter B. And today's video is what I would have bought if I won John Mangini's money. Now, if you're listening to this and don't know who John Mangini is, you really should. He is a fantastic YouTuber talking about his baseball card collection. He does the YouTube videos in a very amusing and educational way. He has a fantastic collection, and he is very, very knowledgeable. He's actually my favorite YouTube channel to watch. He had this contest where he wanted you to make a video, and the start of the video was his, I don't know, slogan, is that what you call it? Saying, "You know what I like to do when." That's how he starts all his videos. And another thing he wanted in the video is to show a card in some sort of glove. When he shows very rare cards, he humorously puts on his white glove and shows the card. He wanted us to put on some sort of glove to show a card as well. So you would do that, send the video into John, and then a team of misfits picked the three winners. And I do want to congratulate the three winners. I did see your videos, and they're very nice. After the three were selected, John would give you $50, similar to the one you're looking at right now. And with that $50, you would buy a card or cards totaling no more than $50. Do a video on what you bought, and then he or the misfits, I'm not sure, would select the best video who used the $50 the best way in obtaining a card or cards. That winner, the one winner, would get another $50 to do whatever they want with. So there were many entries. My personal opinion, I liked Adams from Vintage Sanctuary. I liked Dillon's from Double D Baseball Cards. And sorry to say it, I liked my own. We may have poked more fun at John than the other videos, and maybe that's why none of us got into the finals. But John, we all did it good naturedly, and we all love you. We all love your channel. So I decided to take it on my own challenge to buy a card or cards for $50 and see what's the best I can come up with. Now, I did want to buy a slab card. Most of my cards are unslabbed, but for this contest, because everyone's buying slab cards now, I wanted it to be a slabbed card. I also wanted it to be a 7. And I wanted it to be a vintage, early 60s or 50s, and preferably a Hall of Famer. Well, I scoured eBay for Topps cards. There were some minor Hall of Fame players I could have picked up for under 50 for a slabbed card. None of the major guys. So then I checked Bowman. These were a little cheaper, but same thing. I couldn't really pick up any kind of major Hall of Famer for $50 or under. I personally like the Bowman cards. I actually have the whole 1950 series, and I really love the 1952 series. So I started looking at the Bowmans, other than Hall of Famers, for PSA 7s. And if they weren't a Hall of Famer, or if they weren't a superstar player, I wanted to get someone with a real good story. And that's just exactly what I did. I picked up 1951 Bowman and an SGC7 of Jack Lucky Locree. I think that's how to pronounce his last name. Locree. That's the back of it. Some wax or gum staining, but otherwise, very nice looking card. And like I said, I really do like these early Bowman cards. So why did I pick up Jack Lucky Locree? Because he has a hell of a story. And if you don't know who this player is, please listen to me because it's a fabulous story. If someone went to a movie studio or whoever produces movies and told them they wanted to make a movie, they wouldn't believe him or her. Jack's life has truly been amazing. So, oh, by the way, I picked up this Bowman for $36. So I still had $14 to play with. Okay. Jack Lucky Locree. In 1942, just 18 years old and just out of high school, Locree played 7 games for the San Diego Padres of the Pacific Coast League. He was then sent to Twin Falls, Idaho of the Classic Pioneer League to get more seasoning. In 105 games there, he hit .271 while playing third base. This earned him the Team MVP award. But he was 18 years old and there was a war going on. So Locree went into the Army and he did not play ball again until he got out in 1946 at the age of 22 when he got out. Locree was in the Army's 35th Infantry Division in World War II. In 1943, a transport train he was in crashed, killing 3 and burned many more. Locree escaped unharmed. Locree not only fought at D-Day in 1944, but also the Battle of the Bulge, the most famous wars in Europe. 4 times, the soldier right next to him was shot and killed. But somehow he emerged from the war unscathed. So that's 5 incidents where he could have been killed, but didn't. Right after the war, on his way home to California from Europe, he was in an Army base in New Jersey, scheduled for a military transport to take him to LA. Just before boarding, his seat was bumped for a higher ranking official, so Locree had to wait for another plane. That plane did take off without him, but 45 minutes into the flight, crashed, killing everyone on board. Now he has nearly escaped death 6 times. In 1946, his first season back from the war and playing ball, he began with the Spokane Indians of the Class B Western International League. During the season, after just leaving Spokane, the team bus stopped for a lunch in Elbury, Washington. During lunch, Locree got the word that he was being called up to the San Diego Padres to play. The general manager actually got word to a state trooper who found the team bus at this restaurant diner, and he went up to Locree and told him, get off the bus, you're going to San Diego. Locree actually had 2 options. He could get off the bus and hitchhike back to Spokane and take a bus from there to San Diego, or he could stay on the bus to the team in Washington and then take a bus down the coast to San Diego. He decided to get off the bus and hitchhike. He said goodbye to his teammates and started hitchhiking. When he did arrive back at Spokane to head to San Diego, he learned that on a slick road in the Cascade Mountains, the bus swerved to avoid a car that crossed the median. The bus broke through a restraining wall and rolled 300 feet down a cliff, ended up on its side, and burst into flames. 9 of the 15 team members died. 3 of the 6 survivors would never play ball again. Both of Locre's roommates had died. This was close call number 7. Still only 22, Locre did make his way to San Diego and hit .303 with 8 home runs in 92 games. After the season, he was selected by the New York Giants in the Rule 5. Hearing of his narrowly escaping deaths, he was nicknamed Lucky Locre. He made his Major League debut in 1947, getting a hit in his first at-bat. He played for the Giants through the 1951 season and even played on the World Series team in 1951. After the series, he was traded to Philly and played for them in 1952 and 3. He then played 6 more years in the minors. So here is Jack Lucky Locre, a kid from the West, forced to go into the war and narrowly escaping death 7 times. Jack never liked his name, Lucky, because it always brought memories of his teammates dying in that bus crash. But he never lost sight of how fortunate he had been. He lived the last 40 years in San Jose and passed away in 2009 at the age of 85. His 7-year baseball career, he hit .242 with 22 home runs. I thought, well, you're not a Hall of Famer, but you did have a hell of a story, and I wanted to tell everyone about it. So for $36 of the $50, I was able to obtain an SGC 7 Bowman 51 Jack Lucky Locre. Now remember, I have $14 left. So, for $10, I did buy my Hall of Famer for only $10. But it's a Hockey Hall of Famer. This is the 1974 Topps Bobby All-Star card. Growing up in New England, Bobby Orr was my favorite player. And I loved this card when I was a kid. I do own it, but it's all cornered, not too good because it was from my childhood. So I replaced it with this excellent 5 for $10. I actually love the slab it's in. The black and gold worked perfectly with the Bruins black and gold. So there's my Hall of Famer. And that's the back of the card. He was first team Hall of Famer on defense. So I got $4. What can I buy for $4? That's slabbed. Huh, well, you're not going to get a Hall of Famer for $4. But can you? Maybe I can get a Hall of Famer for $4. For $4, I bought the 1986 Flair Update Billy Beane rookie. This is the Billy Beane known for Moneyball. the general manager of Oakland Athletics. He's not in the Hall of Fame yet, but I think he should be. He revolutionized the way the game is played / players chosen. And I think he will end up eventually. So I did get a slabbed possible Hall of Famer for $4. And he did play for a couple of years, and this is his rookie card. This is the back of it. $4. So that is how I would spend John Mangini's money. Thank you for watching, and check out those videos I mentioned. My own, Dylan from Double D, and Adam from Vintage Sanctuary. I think they're funny if you know John Mangini. They're pretty funny. Also, check out the 3 winners. I'm sorry I did not write down the 3 winners, and I forget. And please do, if you don't know who he is, check out John Mangini. Thank you.